I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you solution of a question from the book Nelson on vectors and calculus. It is question number 17, page 75. Many of my students have requested for this question. It is indeed a very tricky question, right? So the question here is, if f of a equals to 0 and f dash a equals to 6, find limit h approaches 0 for f of a plus h divided by 2a. So that is the question. So some of you can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion. So we'll actually go with the derivative of the function f dash a. So how is f dash a defined? F dash a is limit when h approaches 0 of f of a plus h minus fa over a. So that is the definition of f dash a, right? What we are given here is that f dash a is 6. So we'll substitute 6 for this. So we get 6 here equals to limit h approaches 0 f of a plus h. And we are also given f of a is 0. So instead of f of a, I'll write 0 here, right? Over h. Is that clear? Perfect. So this is 0. So what we get here is 6 equals to limit h approaches 0 f of a plus h over h. So here what do we need to find? We need to find the limit h approaches 0 f of a plus h over 2h. Correct. So half of this. So applying the rules for the limits, what we can do is we can multiply and divide by 2, right? So we could multiply by 2, and rather let's multiply and divide by 2. In that case, what happens? In that case, we can rearrange our equation and we can write this as 6 equals to 2 times limit h approaches 0 of f of a plus h over, taking this 2 inside, 2h. So getting the expression which we already had, correct? And now from here you can get your answer. I think the answer is apparent from here, correct? So we'll divide both sides by 2 and get the answer. So what do we get here is 6 divided by 2 is equals to limit h approaches 0 for f of a plus h divided by 2h. You get the point? So that is equals to 3. So 3 is equals to limit h approaches 0 for f of a plus h divided by 2h. I hope now the answer is clear, right? So the answer is that the limit is 3. Correct? So that is how you need to answer such questions. So you need to use the properties of limits and then figure it out. So a little bit of rearrangement can help you get solution to such questions. Thank you and all the best.